Welcome everybody to the IAC Acoustics Accutone 2 Medical and Life Science webinar. My name is Rodrigo Muzquiz and I'm a mechanical engineer with an MBA in business from Chicago Booth School of Business. I joined Catalyst Acoustics 2 years ago as the plant manager for the manufacturing campus and recently joined the IAC group as the architectural enclosure sales manager. Today we're going to talk about the Accutone 2 series medical boots. We're going to talk about the different series, the A, the ACT, and the M. We're going to talk about when designing your booth, what you should consider. And one last thing is during the webinar, if you have any questions, please feel free to type them through the app. At the end, we will review the questions. IAC Acoustics is a Catalyst Acoustic Group company. The company was established in 1949, and it was founded by Martin Hirschhorn on Jackson Avenue in the Bronx. Catalyst Acoustic Group is a parent company of a elite group of acoustic, seismic, vibration, and sound control companies that together offer a portfolio of sound control solutions in the market today. Part of the IAC Acoustic Medical and Life Sciences team includes Ted Marquis. He's a national sales manager with 25 years in the industry. Myself, which I'm on my fourth year here at IAC, and Rick Issy, who is the architectural sales estimator, has spent more than 20 years working on the manufacturing facility. So I want to point out several competitive advantages over our competition. The first one is in-house powder coating line. We powder in-house our products, so this helps with quality control. We have an inspector at the exit of our powder booth looking at every piece coming out to ensure that quality standards are met. But it also helps us with the lead time, since we don't have to ship to a third-party location. Then we got to wait for them to fit us into their schedule. And if there are any quality issues when it comes back, then we have to repeat the process, which is lengthy. Acoustic performance test data for all published products. So we have an acoustic performance test data for all the products that we publish. This means that we have test data in an accredited lab with a third-party consultant present. So every acoustic product we publish has a test result to back it up, which means we can guarantee that performance. UL listings for fire and electrical. Each door that we sell can come with a fire-rated 90-minute proof with a wood veneer and on 180 minutes without a wood veneer. All of our electrical components and their assemblies are UL listed, and each electrical panel comes with its own UL tag, similar to the one that you see on the picture. Every door that we hang, or every door that we sell, we hang and swing at the factory to ensure that the door is square and plumb, is inspected by our quality team at the factory to confirm it is within spec and it works as it should prior to shipment, which comes with the secondary submittal. And this means that we take pictures of every door as it's being inspected. Pictures are taken on the open and closed position while hung. And like I mentioned, this is available upon request. So like I mentioned, we're going to talk about the Accutone 2. And this is the series that houses all of our medical and life sciences booths. Our slogan is any size, any shape, any color. And as you can see, it also has no exposed fasteners. So we've specifically designed to not show any fasteners. So not only do we want to ensure performance, but we also wanted to provide a better look. The picture here shows examples of the booths, some of the booths installed. And as you can see, there's no fasteners, shown or visible. So like I mentioned, we're going to talk about our mini boot series. Then we're going to talk about our classic Audiometric boot series. Then we're going to talk about the ACT suites. Then the multi-person Audiometric boot series. And last but not least, the enhancement packages. So on the occupational health screening, we have our model 252 and 254 mini boots. These boots are individual mobile series. It provides flexibility as they're smaller and they are mobile because we put them on casters. And since they're on casters, they can be easily moved across a room. It has doors on both sides of the booth. Once a side has been selected, then you can close that off. It has a latch on the top, and there's a panel that comes, a fabric panel liner that comes in, and you can install it on the opposite side of the door that's going to be functional. So that it gives you the feel of a one-door booth. We do have this in stock. Typically, we carry about 7 of each of the series, the 252 and the 254. And like we mentioned, it already comes fully assembled and ready to be delivered to the site. So within the classic Audiometric booth, we have our 40A, our 800A, and 120A, and we're going to talk about each one of those in the next slides. So the A series, the 40A series, gives us a 4-inch panel with a total 4-inch wall construction, with a one door which has STC 51, which provides an NIC 50. So it does come with a window, a viewing window, and the door, and there's an optional package, enhancement package of 1 inch that bumps it up to an NIC 53. And we'll be discussing more about the enhancement package towards the end of the presentation. Different from the 40A, we got the 800A series. This provides you or gives an NIC 60. So it has the 4-inch interior package or the wall package, but it also has an additional 4-inch interior enhancement package. So it basically gives you an 8-inch wall. Those are with metal liner panels, fabric wrap panels, and it includes a chair rail. The difference here is that we've upgraded and included an STC 61 door. On the 120A series, this is an NIC 70, and it has 2 4-inch panels with a 4-inch airspace in between. So basically you get a 12-inch wall, and it provides you with a couple different configurations of doors. You can have an indoor, in-swing and out-swing door, or you can use have a tandem door, which basically, as you open one door, it pulls the other, the one right behind it towards the same direction. Both of these doors are an STC 51, and on all of these series, we provide standard sizes, but any of these rooms can be configured into any size you are requiring. Here we have our performance charts, basically on the tests that are performed on each of the booths, and they're available upon request. Here we're going to talk about our classic ACT series suites, and it also comes in different configurations. So basically what you have is a control room, and you have an exam room, and it goes from the 40 ACT series to the 800 ACT, 120 ACT, 140 ACT, and the 1 ACT series. The ACT refers to Audiometric Control Test. Like I mentioned, these configurations allow you to have a control room and an exam or test room. So when we're looking at the 40 ACT series, it typically comes in 11 standard sizes, but like I mentioned, they can all be configured into any size, any shape, any color. It provides you with an NIC 50 on both the control and the exam rooms. Similar to our 40A, it has a 4-inch panels with a total 4-inch wall construction. And it does come with the 2 STC 51 doors, and also comes, or it's available to have the 1-inch enhancement package that provides you an NIC 53. So independently, right, the rooms as shown here in the picture gives you an NIC 50, but you could also have a shared wall. So basically we can remove one of the internal walls and we can butt it up together. So now you can have one wall across the entire room with one 4-inch wall in between. The 800 ACT series, it gives you an NIC 50 control room, which has the 4-inch panels with a total 4-inch construction wall with one STC 51 door, and it gives you your NIC 60 on the exam room, which provides the 4-inch panels with the 4-inch enhancement panel construction, will give you an total of 8-inch wall construction, and that one comes with the STC 61 door. Similar to the previous model or that we talked about, we have an option to eliminate one of the walls. So basically, if we eliminate the one in the control room, then we can button it up and have it all the way through with the other with the exam room. The 120 ACT series is the one that gives you the highest NIC rating, and it gives you a 70 on both the control and the exam rooms. And this is because it provides it comes in with 2 double wall rooms. So it creates a 2 4-inch panel with a 4-inch airspace, which gives you a total of 12-inch wall on both the control room and the test room. And basically comes in with 4 STC 51 doors, again 2 per room, and those configurations can have the same as the 120A, which have both an in swing and an out swing, or you can have both tandem together so that they kind of swing as you pull one, the other one kind of follows the other one. As we have it, like I mentioned in this picture, it provides you with an NIC 70 total for each room. With the 140A, we have one room, the test room, that has NIC 70, which is the exam room. It has the double walls and has the 4-inch panels, the two 4-inch panels and one 4-inch air gap. That gives you a total of 12. And it has the double doors, and it also has the control room, which has a single wall construction, which gives you an NIC 50 for the control room. So if you look at the configuration, it gives you a single wall construction for the control room and a double wall for the exam room. So different from the 140 to the 160 is that, and I'm gonna go back and forth on this, on the picture so you can see the differences. So basically the 140 shares the second wall of the test room. On this one, on the 160, it basically has an independent wall in the control room, which basically gives you the independent NIC 50 in the control room with its own 4-inch wall panels across, but also now gives you the exam room with the NIC 70 that provides 12-inch wall construction. So some situations may require to have that test room completely isolated and not necessarily have the control room to have that additional noise control. So that's where you can make the decision whether you want to share a wall or not. It could also, be because of space constraints. So we just have a couple of pictures of a couple different boots, and you can see the difference in height. Like I mentioned, we provide any size, any shape, and any color, and within the size, it includes the height, so we can make taller rooms if needed. So the multi-person audiometric boots. These are typically popular in the military or government applications, but they can also be used in the industrial side. This configuration allows for multiple people to be tested at the same time. These booths are designed to have each station with a jack plate, which is then connected to a master jack plate that is placed on the outside for the examiner to have control of for each station. Both of these configurations, the 40M and the 120M, can typically come in from anywhere from 1 person to a 10-person booth as a standard, but they can be built bigger depending on your needs. We have built a booth for up to 20 person. Remember, any size is part of the slogan. So the difference here, like I mentioned previously between the 40 and the 120 series, is that the 40 provides a 4-inch wall construction, where the 120 provides 2 wall constructions of 4 inches plus the air gap of 4 inches, which gives you the total of 12 inches. And it goes from single wall NIC 50 to a double wall to an NIC 70. So the enhancement package I was talking about earlier, that gives you the additional NIC ratings. It comes typically with a 1-inch metal liner on the bottom and a 1-inch fabric panel on the top, with a black chair rail that connects both panels to have a smooth transition. There are options where you can have all fabric throughout the wall, if that's what you're looking for, or all metal liner, again, depending on each situation and needs. They are all configurable in the sense that you can have different configurations of electrical outlets, fire strobes, nurse calls, light switches, on and off fans, dimmers. All those things are, configurable. It also has, comes in with all these different colors of for panels, for our carpet, and for our fabric wrap panels. So, what to look for when you're designing it, right? So the first question is, what performance are you looking for? If you're looking for a NIC 50, a single wall might be enough. If you're looking for an NIC 53, then we can look for the single wall with the 1-inch enhancement. If you're looking for the NIC 60, then we gotta look for the single wall with the 4-inch enhancement package. Or if you're looking for the NIC 70, then we have to go with the double wall. Then the next question has to be, do you want a single booth? Do you need to have a control, an exam room? Or if you're gonna be testing multiple people on each booth, and this basically separates between the classic series, the ACT, or the multi-person series. Next question is, do you have any constraints, space constraints? Whether you have, a height or a room overall construction where you need to slide in a booth, or if you have, completely full space. Like I said, we have been able to, we provide any size, any shape, any color, so that we can, kind of navigate any of the constraints that you have, and we can build it. The next step is, do we have any local, state, or federal requirements? For example, having ADA compliance. We can have our standard floor system is 6 1/8 thick, but we do offer multiple different floor constructions or thicknesses, so that we can accommodate for the different requirements needed. Typically, like I mentioned, the booths sit down on a pit, so that you can have the floor of the inside of the booth flush with the, your exterior floor. If needed, then if you can accommodate that, then ramp would be required, and for the ADA compliance. Then the next step is, what are you looking for as far as electrical? So our standard room comes in with one duplex receptacle that has a toggle switch for lights, and another one for this air circulation. But we have quad receptacles, additional duplex receptacles if needed. We can have electrical boxes for either data or phone or fire strobe or a thermostat. Those are prepped within the panel, but they're not finished. That's when it gets installed, that's part of what the installation crew needs to tie off at the end. So that's it for today. I know that you're all busy, so I want to thank everyone for attending this webinar and for your valuable time. My contact information is on the screen. Please reach out to me if you have any questions or if you need any help determining what to get, or if you already know what you want and what you need, I can definitely get you a quote. Again, thank you for participating. My name is Rodrigo Muzquiz. My contact information is on the screen. Like I mentioned, I appreciate all your help and assistance today. Thank you so much.